This is objective 1 of Arduino lab number 2. Now start off, we got 5 volts in ground going to power strip, and then they split up, go to the potentiometer to one side, 5 volts, other side's ground, and then the wiper goes to our analog input signal for the sensor value. And then we have a digital right pin, number 13, going to the LED with the limiting resistor, so that it reads this value of the potentiometer and that sets the blink rate. So the closer it is to 0, faster it blinks, closer it is to 1024, the slower it blinks. This is objective 2 of lab number 2. I just realized that I already answered some of the questions in objective number 1 video. Here's the serial monitor, and as you can see, the more I move the potentiometer to ground, the closer it gets to 1023, and the slower the light blinks. And then the closer I move it to 0, the faster it blinks. And to answer the question of which statement that will replace, it replaces the sensor pin, which is the analog 0 pin. And that's that. This is part 1 of objective 3 for Arduino lab number 2. I have a push button, VEX push button wired up. The white wire is going to my digital in, and the black wire just goes to ground, no 5 volts on this. Same limiting resistor and LED. And I have the code set up so that it is seen as open, so technically it's on until I close the push button and it turns the LED off. And it's done simply just by digital writing to the LED pin what the sensor value is. Either it's high or it's low. This is part 2 of objective 3 of Arduino lab number 2 using a potentiometer. So I have a VEX potentiometer wired up in the board. Blue goes to ground, green's to 5 volts, and then the white wire potentiometer is the wiper, and that is going to my analog in. Then I just have it set up to read on the serial screen, so that when I adjust the potentiometer, it changes value either to 1023 and all the way down to 0. And this is part 3 of objective 3 of Arduino lab number 2. I'm an idiot and I grabbed a line tracker from the lab instead of a light sensor, but for this case it'll work the same way. Black wire is going to ground, red's going to 5 volts, and the white wire is going to the sensor analog pin. And so we'll pretend that I'm making it brighter or darker, or in this case with the line tracker I'm just changing the distance of the object so that it reads either as close as 0 to possible or 1023 when there's nothing in the way.